It's a pair of undefeateds right here in Essex County, New Jersey's Cody Arena. Coming up next, right here on the NFHS Network.
He's going to take it himself for a championship!
A double play wins it to Frazier!
Turn it to the end zone. What a catch! McKinnon's on touchdown!
Into the layup, goes at the buzzer.
Wins it! The championship!
Well, everybody, welcome to Cody Arena in Essex County, New Jersey. My name is Ryan Lowry. I'm joined with Coach Hay on the mic today. The Livingston Lancers come into this one with a record of 5-0, undefeated, and the Princeton Tigers, they will host today, come into this record of 2-1. Coach Hay, let's take a look at the keys to the game to welcome you on in. What are you looking at today for the visitors of the Princeton Tigers?
Ryan, always great to be with you here at Cody Arena. A lovely change of scenery. I was looking at Warrenecco Arena 3 times this week. There is no place like home. It is great to be in the house the Turtleback Zoo built. I might go see those lights after this game. That's my key to the afternoon. But for the key, if you're the Princeton Tigers, fun fact that's not so fun, if you're joining us from South Jersey, they are short players, and by short players, I'm talking 11 o'clock adult recreation league short players. They're going to be running 8 skaters, and they do not have a naturalized goaltender. Their keys to the game is simple. I've played in more than a handful of situations like this. You're going to utilize any stoppage of play as a timeout. They're going to lean heavily. If you got any pressure in the continued pressure in your zone, you're going to use icings as timeouts. You're going to do whatever you can to keep your body fresh, but that is very dangerous because you can keep out your top line essentially the entire game. I think the Princeton Tigers, though, are going to have their hands full with this Livingston Lancer club. Comes in undefeated, and we watched them earlier this week against Westfield.
That's right, Coach Hay. It was a big win for them at Westfield. It was a 3-2 scoreline, but as you said, it felt more like a 3-0 scoreline, Coach Hay. After the glass broke, there was a little bit of a stall within the game. It was almost like another intermission, roughly 30-minute break or so, as the glass broke down at Warrenecco Complex. And then after that, the 20-minute break, Westfield came in strong, put 2 goals into the back of the net, but they could not win as Livingston was able to run the clock down with a goal's worth of a lead, taking down the number 13 team in the state of New Jersey. They come into this one ranked number 19, but after tomorrow, there will be a new rankings. I think they will be higher. Their keys to this game is they're taking on an undefeated but small rostered Princeton Tigers team is to go hard and get home safely. They got to play everybody that they have that usually doesn't get minutes, give them an opportunity and take advantage of that, as well as get home safely. The last thing they want to do is report an injury after a game against a team with 8 players.
Absolutely. This is a great opportunity for Coach Conklin to see what he's got in some of these younger players. This is going to be a game he's going to lean on his freshmen. We already have confirmed that he will be starting backup goaltender Caroline Sievers. And
It's Justina Sanders,
pardon me. Already my head is at the West Essex game tomorrow night. That'll be taking on the reigning McGinnis Cup champions. You can join us on the NFHS Network, presented by D1 Media Pro. But Coach Conklin's got to love a game like this. He really gets to stretch the legs, gets to see what he's got in these younger players, because the future is bright. And in his job, in all high school sports, you're only as good as your next crop kids.
We'll be right back. Stay tuned right here at Cody Arena. Livingston, Princeton next.
So just imagine, nothing I can see but you when you dance, dance, dance. Feel good creeping up on you. So just dance, dance, dance. Come on, all those things I shouldn't do, but you dance, dance, dance. And ain't nobody leaving soon, so keep dancing. I can't stop the feeling. So just dance, dance, dance. So just dance, dance, dance. Come on. Ooh, it's so
Go to the two-man booth. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. The Lancers are just about to take the ice. Still have not seen the blue and I presume orange of Princeton High School. The Little Tigers, of course, the #1 college academically in the United States of America, Princeton University. But as the banner is being hung for the home crowd, Saturday matinee hockey. It is going to be a fun one if you're a Lancer fan. All the Princeton fans joining us, buckle up. Your young men are about to have the fight of their life because this team is scary good.
And speaking of that, Coach Hay, I think today's Livingston player to watch. It was obviously a tough one between Vecchio, between Schultz, between all the star power this team has. But I think our player to keep our eyes on today is Justina Sanders. He's getting his first star of the season. Last year at a couple starts, in which he almost looked like Zach Turbin himself. He's an absolute beast in net. He's a junior. He's probably going to be handed the reins next year, so this is a good opportunity for him this season.
And that's the key for Coach Conklin. Coach Conklin's got to see what he's got in his backup goaltender. So you're in Zach Turbin. And we all know, anybody who has watched the game of ice hockey knows that if you are without a keeper, if you don't have a solid netminder, you essentially have nothing. And there's no question that the rise of Zach Turbin has led to the rise of this program. The Lancers have the state championship, they have the pedigree, but with Zach Turbin, they go to that next level. They go to being competitive with the parochial schools in New Jersey.
Well, all eyes are on the Livingston Lancers today as they will take on a Princeton Tigers team that is short of a normal-sized roster. Ryan Lowy, Coach Hay, stay tuned. Matinee Hockey next on the D1 Media page on the NFHS Network.
Heads up, Jack. Understood. Took him and defeated him. Ethan Horton dribbles into the front court to Khalil Whitney. Going to the basket and the jam.
With them because they are getting resources from the city. They are getting resources, and they're arguing with us about the timeliness of those resources.
Do you want your school to be covered by the #1 live stream service in the state of New Jersey so the entire country can see moments like this?
We play once again. Free kick coming for the Mountaineers. Short shot on goal. On post. And West Orange gets the goal. And they win. They take down the #2 ranked Seton Hall Pirates. Bullock takes the snap. He's going to take it himself. Barreling towards the goal line, and he's in. Charles Bullock from 3 yards out. And the Marauders lead it 20-7.
Or be a witness to championships like these?
Montclair are state sectional champions. They defeat Livingston 4-1. And the Mounties sweep the boys and girls brackets in back-to-back wins over the Lancers. 3-2. There goes the runners. Swing on and miss. Strike 3. That does it. The Cranford Cougars are the Last Dance World Series champions.
Or have exclusive interviews with players and coaches.
Maroon and Silver Star pitcher Teague Mulcahy. I'm here with Cranford star Ryan Jaros. With the Bergen Crusaders star of the game, Luis De La Cruz.
Here with West Orange head coach Doug Nevins. And all right, now here with star goalkeeper Nikolai Matthews of this West Orange Mountaineer team. Nikolai. Here with Claire Manning after Montclair picks up a 4-1 win over Livingston. I'm here with Molly Brumback, the goalkeeper. Molly, what was today like? Here with West Orange girls varsity coach Sean DeVore.
Then join the D1 Media Pro team, New Jersey's #1 live streaming service.
And welcome back to Cody Arena in Essex County's West Orange, New Jersey. We have matinee hockey for you this Saturday afternoon. I'm Ryan Lowridge. I'm with Coach John Stephen Hay. The Livingston Lancers have taken the ice today. They host the Princeton Little Tigers from Princeton High School. Coach Hay, administration for today. Very important that we bring it up.
We'd like to always thank the administration. They make this all possible. They bring us here. They allow us all this great game of ice hockey. And we're going to thank from Princeton High School, Superintendent of Princeton Public Schools, Dr. Carol Kelly, School Principal Frank Shamil, Athletic Director Brian Dubinsky, and Head Coach for the Little Tigers, Joe Bensky. For the home Lancers, we'd like to give an extra special shout out and thank you to the District Superintendent of the Livingston Public Schools, Dr. Matthew J. Block. School Principal Danielle Rothwick.
Rosenzweig. Rosenzweig.
And Athletic Director Richard Torpedo. Head Coach Dave Conklin behind the bench. 7 minutes on the clock. Little Tigers have not taken the ice yet. And we got to thank an extra special thanks to the General Manager of Cody Arena, Steven Ruggiero. Coach Ruggiero keeps this place in tip-top shape, making it a true 21st century facility. Lovely snack bar, pro shop, 2 rinks. There is a lot of fun being had at Cody Arena. Come after us and skate. Oh no, they're wearing those new age socks. I can't stand so much. Zoom in on that. You know me, I love the uniforms, but I cannot get behind the weird stripe on the front, nothing in the back.
Oh, really? You're not a big fan of that?
Cannot stand it.
I like the modern hockey jerseys. I always laugh when these NHL teams bring out the old jerseys and everyone gets so excited. I just don't think they're as cool. You know, I think they remind you of the richness of history, but playing a whole game in them, sometimes just I can't wrap my mind around it.
See, I am a traditionalist at my core.
Well, you are a history teacher, Coach
the
Hay.
Majesty, that is a nice sweater. That's right, they're still sweaters to me. And Livingston does have very sharp uniforms. They got the Lancer on the front, but here comes the Tigers.
So, Coach Hay, last I heard they have 8 skaters available today. That is exactly what they bring out. Not sure what the goalkeeping situation is going to be. Coach Hay, you've told me since you've played a lot of ice hockey in your life, you're a very experienced player, you've played games before without a goalie. It is not quite fun, is it?
No, throwback to the Pacific Hockey League, you have to play with 6 skaters. Bringing back the Rover, which is a hybrid positionless player. I guess they couldn't find the gear to suit up one of their normal players. We've all had to do that once or twice. A game of lacrosse that happened back in my day, a little bit more. So looks like they're going to go just 6 skaters. Disappointing. They could have asked. I could have brought some gear from home.
Coach Hay, you're quite the coach yourself. As you said, you're a goalie coach, but for Newark East Side lacrosse, a little different. But you played a lot of hockey in your life.
Yeah, you know, I've had enough situations just like this. Goaltender says he's going to show up, doesn't show up. And you know what? Somebody's got to throw the gear on. I'm not going to tell you what my save percentage is. It's probably 0.
Well, Coach Hay, the Princeton Little Tigers actually do come into this one with a record of 2-0-1, so they are undefeated. So this will be a very tough loss for them. Obviously, they're playing a very strong Livingston Lancers team, probably better than their state ranking right now of number 19. Last year, they went an abysmal 2-3. They only beat Nottingham 8-3 and Hopewell Valley 8-3. Their losses were at their friends of Princeton Day School, their local rivals, actually, I should say, Coach Hay. Princeton Day School, particularly a good ice hockey program.
Yeah, they're in the top 20 every year, perennial contenders. And we're seeing Zach Turbin, the Turbinator, and let's watch him take some shots, because those are going to be the last shots he's seeing this afternoon.
Yep, Turbin is geared up today. He is dressed for today's game, but it's likely he will not record a single save for the first time this season in a game. Turbin has been an absolute tank this year, on fire as a goalkeeper. He has a career 674 saves, 70 total goals allowed in all 4 years as a starter midway through his 4th, his senior year. He has a save percentage career of .905. Last year his save percentage was .935. This season, he has 76 total saves in all games played up to today. Only 5 goals allowed, 4 of them allowed when the Lancers were shorthanded, and .938 save percentage, Coach A. So that's some good statistics.
Yeah, I mean, Zach Turbin, he is just a dominant player. Early contender for MVP of the McGinnis Cup division. We're going to see the backup keeper, backup Tendy.
Justina Sanders.
Yep, get ready. Sanders flashing some leather, showing what he can do.
And Sanders is quite a talented goalkeeper himself, Coach. I had a couple starts last year, recorded some solid statistics, so this is really a build-up. This is a preview of him next year. Obviously, he's only taken on 8 skaters, likely 6 at once with no goalie, but this is just a really good workout for him for next year. Livingston also has a very long schedule, Coach A, this year. They're playing what is expected to be close to 27 games if projections go correctly, so it's important to have Justina Sanders healthy and ready to go, so a game like this would be a good workout for him. Wouldn't you say so, Coach A?
Absolutely. No need to look at the injury report from Princeton High School, so let's just get back to a word from our good friend, Dr. Michael C. Rusinella. I'm Coach A.
And I'm Ryan Levy. We'll be right back after this.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. That is our system that I'm never not talking about. Our good friend, Dr. Michael C. Rusinella. Michael C. Rusinella, the owner and purveyor of the new North Jersey Orthopedic Sports Medicine Institute. North Jersey Orthopedic New Jersey.com. It is your one-stop shop for keep your players on the ice, the only place that they should be, with experience in, he's board certified, fellowship trained, and he's got the experience to keep your athletes healthy in the state-of-the-art care, injury prevention measures, minimally orthoscopic procedures, and palate-rich plasma treatments. That is the same one that Amy got.
2007.
And we all know how that ended. With a ring.
A Yankees championship ring in 2009. We'll never forget when they took down the Philadelphia Phillies. A great memory. You know what else might be a great memory? Justina Sanders getting his first start this junior season for him. Next year, he's taking the reins, Coach A. He's the player to watch for the Livingston Lancers. Not too much to report statistics-wise for the visitors of the Princeton Tigers. Cooper Zillow comes into this one with 2 assists. Garlock and Dresner both share a goal this season. Nicholas Vitero has a goal, 2 assists from John O'Donnell, 2 assists from Gabriel Silverstein. Leading the team in goals this year is John Zammit with 3 goals. Daniel Prokoshin is usually the starting goalkeeper. He has 86 saves in 3 games this season with a save percentage of .966, and he has 3 goals allowed in the 2 wins and 1 tie, but he will not be dressed in net today for the Princeton Tigers, Coach A.
Yeah, the young men, this is where high school sports truly shows character, teaches you adversity. You see the young men huddling together. They are all they got this afternoon. It's amazing what a goaltender brings to it. 110, this is a different game. 6 guys. They're going to be rolling the rover tonight.
And Coach A, you look down at them, they're laughing, they're ready to go. This is going to be a fun one for them too. Good experience.
You got to play flat. You got to play loose, like I said earlier in the keys to the game. What you want to do is you want to utilize ices as a timeout. You don't have much else you can do here. Princeton, it's a shame to see. I can't imagine what that bus ride was like, an hour and a half on a bus knowing that you got no team. I am curious to see if junior hockey kind of came into this one.
So we're now going to stand for the national anthem. We're going to honor our nation here at Cody Arena this Saturday afternoon. our nation's colors here at Cody Arena's main rink. It's Saturday afternoon hockey. The Princeton Tigers and the Livingston Lancers, a pair of undefeateds, right here on the D1 Media page on the NFHS Network. Coach Hay, we have primetime hockey tomorrow night, Sunday night hockey. You don't want to watch Sunday night football? You have Sunday night hockey. McInnes Division's best tomorrow.
I'm very excited for that one. We're going to see the reigning McInnes Cup champions, the Glen Rock Panthers. They're going to be taking on the West Essex James Caldwell Knights. We are looking for Luca Infusino to finally, he is riding a 3-game pointless streak. One of the first in his entire career. He's a young man sophomore. Didn't have that problem last year as a freshman. So that is a must watch. You can find that on the D1 Media Pro page on the NFHS Network. You can find myself at Coach Hay Lax on Twitter.
And you can find me on Twitter at Lowy Ryan. Information on high school sports and more on our Twitter accounts. Here we go. One team is going to walk out of this rink today without no losses on their schedule. It's likely it will be Livingston, as they have about 3 times the size of a bench, if I'm correct. Princeton has 2 on the bench. They bring 8 skaters today. They do not dress a goalie. They have, as you said, a hybrid player.
Yeah, they're going to be utilizing the rover tonight. And here we go.
Matinee hockey right here on the D1 Media page on the NFHS Network. We are roughly 10 seconds in. Princeton Tigers, Livingston Lancers, Cody Arena's main rink. Ryan Lowy joined with Coach John Stephen Hay on the D1 Media page on the NFHS Network. As here is Captain Vecchio. He had quite the day versus the Westfield Blue Devils, in the Lancers' big win as this one's passed on outside. Lancers will work a shot, blocked out, and finds the back of the net for a Lancers goal, the first of the game. Early, it's 1-0.
This is a situation, Coach Conklin is going to tell his guys, listen, I want to see 2 passes, I want to see 3 passes, because these goals without a goaltender don't really help you. You want to work on the skills that will help you when you take on the other McInnes Cup teams. And here we go.
So we're right back into it now. It's 1-0 Lancers early. Ryan Lowy, Coach John Stephen Hay on the call today here at Cody Arena. Princeton bring 8. The Lancers bring their entire squad. They have one player who's had a long injury. That is Spencer, but he is back, Spencer Solomon, after a long injury and is dressed for today. So that's big for the Lancers in their game tomorrow, as they will be on the road at a different rink. They played most of their games at Cody. We saw their game at Warren Echo Sports Complex, and they also played one down in Madison as well at Menton Arena, where they took down Madison 3-0. That was a big win for them. They were up 2-0 and then put an empty-handed net goal into the back of the net. So here around is Brett Conklin. He swoops one on up. 13 minutes roughly left to go here in the first period. Remember, 10 goals in 2 periods. It's over, as here's a shot saved by Sanders, his first recorded stat of the game. Princeton putting on pressure, Coach Hay.
Yeah, well, you have to remember, so you're short skaters. That means you're not going to be able to get the same contact.
That was a hard hit there by Ryan Zales. He's showing a commanding present day.
Clean as a whistle. Play continues.
So there's a dumped puck. It's likely the referees will be loose on icing calls today, if I'm correct. Apologies, ladies and gentlemen, as we are back. The Lancers have a 1-0 lead. They will now try and work it on up the ice. Ryan Lowy and Coach Hay on the call, as this one will be dumped all the way back with roughly 10 minutes left to play. Icing will stop this one. Coach Hay, you want to break it down to our viewers what they missed, as unfortunately we had a technical difficulty that we could do really nothing about.
Yeah, that was about just an extended neutral zone situation. No one either able to get the advantage. No shots. Obviously no goals, and we have a missed drop here, and this one goes.
And we are right back into it. There's roughly 10:10 left to go. We will start our clock once we get to the 10-minute marker. Pushed on up. Lancers will try and work something. They're working against a 6-man team of the Princeton Tigers, as this shot squeezes just wide of the net. And the Lancers try and work something up here. Shot from far, punched away. The Lancers will now try and push it back on in. They cannot do so, as this one will be dumped all the way back, and the Lancers will control past their blue line. We're going to see right now controlling the puck, Jace Docks, and the Lancers will push it up. There's one that almost hits the net, and they're going to call an icing, Coach Hay.
Yep, behind the red line, no one near it. Good call right there, 9:43 remains. We're back up. Glad you're joining us here Saturday, matinee hockey.
So we're going to see a face-off from the far side to the left of your screen, and Lancers defending territory. Justina Sanders in net for the Livingston Lancers today. They're giving Turbin the day off. Turbin has had a phenomenal year. He's only given up one 5-on-5 goal this year, which is very impressive. The rest of the Lancers were short-handed, as this one will be dumped around the boards to the close side, where the Panthers will try and push it on up once again and control down in the back. Here's Dylan Schultz. Schultz tries to use the boards as a pass. He will be able to do so. Princeton getting very physical, as they should be doing.
Yeah, Princeton, this is just Iron Man hockey. This is for pride. This is for your teammates. This is where the boys and the men are going to be separated. This is character building at its finest. This is the best of youth sports right here.
Pushed on up. The Lancers will now try and work something in offensive territory. The Tigers will take it away and dump one on up the ice now. Sanders holds his hand up for an icing, and that is exactly what he will get, Coach A.
He plays club hockey, knows how to. This is not his first rodeo. I'd like to see him come out and play those break from up.
In the back, the Lancers will now control. Our apologies, we're having some technical difficulties today. We're figuring them out right now as the Lancers will now be pressed in the back. They will now swoop it on up the boards, coming off of the bench and now pushing it on up as Sean Chen. And the Princeton team will now punch it up the ice. That was a hard hit to the glass, where the Lancers will control in the back. Swooping on around is Ryan Zales. Zales will now punch his way on up the ice. He chips one on up, and the Princeton Tigers at the midline will try and push it back into their offensive territory. They cannot do so off of a brilliant shield right there by Reed Plotnick. And this one swoops on to the middle line once again and pushed on up towards Sanders' crease, where he will leave it be for Ryan Zales. Here now come the Lancers up the ice, chipped on up towards the net and into the back of the net for a Lancers goal. That's their second of the game.
There's not much you can say here. Up by 2. As I said, you're going to have to use this game to really work on your skills, work on your teamwork.
So dumped on in the back, we're going to see Alex Selvin. He's getting some touches this game. He'll work a hard hit there that he just misses on. This pass inside was almost connected. The Tigers from the back line will shoot. This one hits the post and is punched on up. But Princeton putting on pressure. Here come the Lancers down the other side. They will work on up. Here's a rough run right here for Jace Docks. Docks can't get around this one, swooped on up the ice. And here come the Tigers. They'll try and work a shot from far, and this one is gloved down by Sanders. Flashy weather right there by Sanders as he will push it back into play. A smart decision by him there to keep the clock going. We have roughly 7:20 left to go. Here come the Lancers. Here's Austin Vecchio. Vecchio weaves on round. His shot from far finds the back of the net for a Lancers goal. It's their third of the game, Coach Hay. 3-0 Lancers.
Yeah, like I said, at this point it's a score at will situation. 6 skaters, no goalie, 2 subs.
They got to do what they got to do, as here's Mitchell Friedman getting some touches. Some Lancers we have not seen this season getting touches on the puck are doing so right now, as here comes Zach Silva. Princeton will try and avoid a goal once again. Silva weaves on around, can't get past the last defender. He touches the puck, but here come the Tigers down the other side of the ice. The Lancers will control behind their first blue line. Trying to find help is Friedman. He can't do so. He tries to work himself on up the ice. He will now be hammered to the boards and goes down. Lancers will control in the back. Silva is able to find Conklin. Conklin's shot punched away. Conklin will now try and work for it back. Silva on it. Silva can't get it. Conklin, shot from far, deflected once again. The Lancers are just going to try and keep putting on those shots and work against the hybrid.
Saves the zone there. You just want to get a little bit of cherry pick, just get some offense. A couple shots on Sanders.
Erickson's shot poked away. A good save there by Sanders. Sanders holding a clean sheet at the moment. Conklin works it on up the ice. He's able to find a man who is hammered to the boards. That was Zach Silva. He took a tough hit. Playing risky with a pass down the middle was Vitero. Princeton's able to earn the puck back there on the close opportunity. This one pushed on up the boards once again. This will barely sneak on by Zimet. He will get back on it. Here come the Lancers. They will stay onside as it's poked right back to the defensive core. 5:45 left to go. This puck up in the air and found by the defense, pushed on up towards Sanders' crease. No icing is called as known by the rules, as this will be Ryan Zales. Zales works round two, loses the puck and leaves it behind as it was poked away. This one will be controlled now by Selvin. Selvin is able to find Zales once again. Zales having a great season for the Lancers as he works it on up to Chaduri. Chaduri tries to find a pass. He is able to do so on the fake right there. Plotnik's on the puck. Plotnik works round. Plotnik's now going to try and find a shot. He corners himself, plays it on over to Zales. Zales' shot finds the back of the net for another Lancers goal. They're fourth in the game. They have a 4-0 lead with 5 minutes and 12 seconds left to go here in the first period of play.
Yeah, I mean, what more can be said about the heart of these Tigers? These guys are going out there. They're giving it their all. They're pushing forward. They're not trying to play neutral zone trap. Something you'd imagine they would try to do in a situation like this.
Vecchio finds the puck. He shoots. It's deflected and just waves wide. Princeton will now try and clear as they swoop it on around the boards. Livingston will keep it across the blue line. They will now pass it. Here's Vecchio. Vecchio finds a man. The one-timer shot fits into the back of the net for a Lancers goal. That's Igor Tarasuk. It's 5-0. So 5-0 Lancers, Coach A.
Yep, and right there you're just, again, seeing what they can do. The Tigers out here working hard.
Poked on up.
It's an hour-and-a-half bus ride from Princeton to West Orange, so you might as well get your hockey.
Yeah, it's a rough one for them as this one tries to be poked on up and stopped from doing so in the process. Lancers take over. Here they come. Mitchell Friedman finds an opportunity to Grossbard. Grossbard, backhanded shot is just short of the back of the net. Passed on up. Lancers will try and poke one in once again, but Friedman's shot's not strong enough, nor is it on target. This one's swooped up around the boards and controlled by Jace Docks. Docks pokes one on up right to the defensive line, but it's right back to him. He uses the boards to complete a successful pass. Captain Vecchio's pass is found by Tarasuk. Tarasuk works one on up. He is going to be able to find Jace Docks. Docks loses the puck. It will now be controlled by the Princeton Tigers. They will now poke it on up the ice. Here they come. Here's a run that Mitchell Friedman looks like he will successfully do so in breaking up. It won't cross the blue line. 1-2 pass. Shot by Sanders is off the post. I'm sorry, excuse me. That was not a shot by Sanders. It was shot to Sanders in net today. My apologies. As the Lancers will now control in the back. Jace Docks pokes one on up. This one's going to find Vecchio. Vecchio crosses one blue line. He's able to work free space going down. He tries to work a shot. He can't do so. That was a nifty play there by Vecchio.
Yeah. 4:03 remaining. Like I said, Livingston, they're having a little bit of fun, but it's going to be a nice thing. I would have Vecchio out in the second period. Honestly, put him in shrink wrap.
Well, by the score right now in the situation that the Princeton Tigers are dealing with, that wouldn't be the worst decision that a coach would ever make at this point. The Lancers obviously giving some players like Selvin, who shoots one here, an opportunity with the puck, as this one almost finds the back of the net. The Lancers will try and poke it on back in, but the Princeton D-line is able to work it on away, and the Lancers will control it in the back. Selvin on the chase, working defensively on the right side today. He's able to find help. He gets it right back on the pass off the boards and controls. He's not too hard challenged as he pokes one on up. This one is swooped on right to Vitero for the Panthers. He tries to work one on up. The Lancers will now go for it and control. Selvin chips one on up, but it's caught by the D-line of John O'Donnell. Here come the Tigers. Going down with it is O'Donnell. He turns it over to the Lancers. Here they come down the ice. This is Conklin. Chips one on up. Princeton will control, poke it on up the ice. Here's a possible opportunity, but it's just a little bit too strong for Gabriel Silverstein. Selvin chips one on up off the boards. Princeton will now try and work a shot, but it will be controlled by Silva. Punched onto the back and controlled by Justina Sanders as he's able to poke one right there to Conklin. Conklin takes a breath. He will leave it for Schultz. Schultz is quick with the skates. Here he comes up the ice. He boards one to himself. He'll try and work way around. He can't do so. The Lancers will control, though, off the deflection. This one is able to find Shalva, getting a rare touch on the puck today. But Princeton on the takeover. Here they come. But Selvin is able to put his body in the way of that one. The Lancers will now try and build something up. Stopped at the red line. Here comes Princeton down the ice. Passed on back. This shot, challenge to Sanders. He makes the save. 2:20 left to go here in the first period. Here come the Lancers. Here comes Speedy Schultz with the puck. Schultz works his way on up. Schultz takes a shot from far. It's deflected. Can't find the back of the net. Schultz is able to find the puck, but falls down after trying to shoot it. Sails a shot from far. Finds the back of the net for a Lancers goal. It's 6-0 Lancers here in the first period.
2:02 left.
2:07.
2:07, part of the eighth. This is an interesting game. These are always these are tough. The heart goes out to the kids, the parents, and the coaching staff.
Princeton will control in the back. The Lancers will challenge. They have a 6-0 lead. Controlled in the back, swung on around there by Dox. The Lancers will try and work something. Going down hard is Chadouri. Here's a shot that finds the back of the net for a Lancers goal. That's Reed Plotnick. But the question there, as I said, one of our case of the game, come out healthy for the Lancers. Chadouri goes down hard.
Yeah, that's just one of those situations where with 1:38, you're up by 7. You got to decide where we're going to go with this one. We did see a game called in the second at the end of 2 periods of play. Milburn VGR.
Yep, 10-goal difference, 10-0. Milburn took the loss. Here come the Lancers again. Tarasuk's shot chipped just close side wide of the back of the net. The Lancers will control. In the back, there's a pass on over. Here is Captain Vecchio. Vecchio's shot from the impossible angle fits into the back of the net for a Lancers goal. They have an 8-0 lead here in the first period. So 8-0, this will go down as a bloodbath, Coach A.
Well, pretty important position in hockey is the goaltender. Being without one, you knew it wasn't going to be an easy road for the Tigers.
Shot punched away by Sanders Annette. Swooping on around with it is Conklin. Finds help from Captain Vecchio, who works his way onto the puck after a tight, hard opportunity there on a fight. He will get dangly with it. Tried to work himself on up. He will lose the puck. The Lancers will control. This is Conklin. Conklin crosses right before crossing the blue line. Actually chips it on up. There's under a minute left to play here in the first period. It's 8-0 Lancers. We got a second period of action coming up next, if no mercy implies. Here comes Princeton. Pushed on up the ice. This will be controlled right now by Friedman. Friedman pushed off the puck. Here comes Princeton. Shot, glove down, and saved by Sanders.
35 seconds left. This is a perfect opportunity. If you are the Tigers, you really want to maximize this offensive zone face-off here. You need a clean win. Put one guy right on the other side of the blue and just try to sneak this one by Sanders.
Right back into it we go. Closing stages here of the first period. Ryan Levy, Coach John Stephen Hay, D1 Media per page, NFHS Network, as Solomon is getting his first skating minutes this season. 20 seconds left to go. He gives the puck away. The Lancers will now work it on up the ice. Here comes Speedy Dylan Schultz. He wants to put more on it at the end of the period. He loses the puck, tries to poke for it back. He can't do so. 12 seconds left to go. Princeton will dump it on up the ice, but it will be touched on down by Conklin. Conklin pokes it away, make sure it doesn't cross the blue line. 5 seconds left to go. Princeton actually recorded double digits amount of shots this period, but they are down 8-0, as I believe a whistle will blow this one dead with a penalty right before the end of the period, Coach Hay. Not sure what they're going to call here.
His hand is, yeah, that's a tripping.
But it looks like that will do the first period, so we're going to go into the intermission, Coach Hay. What are your reactions after this period?
Princeton looks like he's waving off the Zamboni driver. Yeah, they're waving off the Zamboni driver. They're saying no need for a cut.
So no need for a cut here. We'll be right back. Stay tuned right here on the Deal With Me page on the NFHS Network.
Do you want your school to be covered by the #1 live stream service in the state of New Jersey so the entire country can see moments like this?
We play once again. Free kick coming for the Mountaineers. Short shot on goal, on post, and West Lions gets the goal, and they win. They take down the #2 ranked Seton Hall Pirates. Bullock takes the snap. He's going to take it himself, barreling towards the goal line, and he's in. Carriage Bullock from 3 yards out, and the Marauders lead it 20-7.
or be a witness to championships like these?
Montclair are state sectional champions. They defeat Livingston 4-1, and the Mounties sweep the boys and girls brackets in back-to-back wins over the Lancers.
3-2. There goes the runners. Swing on and miss. Strike three. That does it. The Cranford Cougars are the Last Dance World Series champions.
Or have exclusive interviews with players and coaches.
Maroon and Silver Star pitcher Teague Mulcahy. I'm here with Cranford star Ryan Jaros. With the Bergen Crusaders star of the game, Luis De La Cruz. Here with West Orange head coach Doug Nevins. And all right, now here with star goalkeeper Nikolai Matthews of this West Orange Mountaineer team. Nikolai.
Here with Claire Manning after Montclair picks up a 4-1 win over Livingston. I'm here with Molly Brumback, the goalkeeper. Molly, what was today like?
Here with West Orange girls varsity coach Sean DeVore.
Then join the D1 Media Pro team, New Jersey's #1 live streaming service.
Coach A, the first period has completed. I'm Ryan Lowy. What is your reaction to that first period? It's 8-0 Lancers.
Well, if you are just joining us, welcome. Challenging day for Princeton High School. No Kendi on the bench. That's right. We are going 6-on-5 all game, and only 8 skaters to do it. Princeton's out there. They're working hard. They're playing for each other. I'd love to see it, but it is challenging to be out there without a goaltender. You come on that long bus ride. Disappointed that no one could get somebody a set of gear. That's actually my first game of goaltending in lacrosse. Our goaltender was unable to get back from Baltimore during a spring break, and they said, hey,
Vacation during a lacrosse season?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Tried to pull it off, couldn't, and they said, hey, you're a hockey player, right? I'm like, yeah. And they're like, that makes it pretty tough. You're playing goal today.
Really?
That was my first game.
Interesting. What was that? Well, explain your experience. What'd you think of it?
It was fun. I then continued to play goaltender next season. I now coach goaltending at Eastside Newark. Don't mean to toot my own horn, but we have sophomore João Silva, young man who's very talented. His freshman numbers are off the charts, 55% save percentage. I think there's good things in order for the Red Raiders. And now the long change period is even longer if you are the Princeton Tigers. Only 2 players on the bench, 6 skaters on the ice, 57 seconds left. I don't know. What do you think coming into this one there, Ryan?
Well, they didn't cut the ice, Coach Hay. They did not bring the Zamboni out. They said wait, and if the Lancers are able to put 2 more goals on, that would be the end of the game at the end of this period, Coach Hay. Keep that in mind.
Yeah, I think they're trying to stretch this one out.
So here we go. Second period soon to get underway. It's not 5, it's not 6, it's not 7, it's 8-0 Lancers. Ryan Lowy, Coach A, D1 Media Page, NFHS Network. Coach A, tomorrow we have a thriller available for you.
That is what I'm very excited about. After tonight's Ring of Honor final battle, that pay-per-view I'll be watching. I'll be looking at my notes, getting ready for the Glen Rock Panthers and the West as James Caldwell High Knights.
So Princeton, 6 skaters out there once again this period. They do not have an able goalie. They have a hybrid player, 3 forwards and 2 defensemen. There is a penalty. There is a Lancer in the box. So this is Princeton's one opportunity to try and get on the board here, Coach.
Yeah, you definitely want. You just got to bury one.
Yeah.
Dealing with a backup goalie. Just give the boys something to kind of chuckle about on a long bus ride home.
Well, Vecchio, I think, might have other plans. He already has a goal on the day today, at the very least. He will swoop on around, try and find help. He's cornered with 4:12 left to go. Remember, Look on NJ.com tomorrow, all these Lancer goals, empty netters. Here comes Princeton up the ice. Chipped on up. This will now be controlled by Ross. Ross tries to leave round, tries to find a shot with 14 minutes, passes one down. This one is going to be fouled. This shot saved, and saved once again by Sanders. He makes 2 key saves there. This will try and be dumped away. Silverstein cannot control it. It's a penalty-killing dump right there by the Lancers. 3/4 of a minute left to go in the first power play of the day. Likely not too many more coming.
Yeah, it is a situation that the Lancers don't want to find themselves in. To sit there and have to play 4 on 6.
Shot from far, punched away before it even finds the goalie. This dump is going to be a close-to-goal one that just weaves on wide. Last second. So Princeton will control. Lancers make some big power play, penalty kill changes. As in the box, and looks to be from this angle, Dylan Schultz. That's exactly who it is, as he stands up and will get ready to enter this game in 10 seconds. Sanders takes a touch on the puck out in the back. He's been actually challenged quite a lot. I did not expect him to be challenged this much, Coach A. As here's a possible shot from far, worked on over. Shot, saved by Sanders. As a casual save by Sanders, Schultz enters, finds the puck immediately, works together to poke it away. As I was saying, Coach A, Sanders is actually getting challenged.
Yeah, again, you can see that Princeton has some talent. They play in the CBC division down in South Jersey.
It's not an easy division at all.
No, they are well tested down there.
Backhander pass found. Schultz finds one and puts it into the back of the net for a Lancers goal.
Yeah, just slam dunk that one. You know, you're hoping to see like Turbin is going to. Oh, that board. It looks like they haven't fixed the latch issue. Recall last week, player got checked into that door, latch collapsed. So now we're going to be having a player secure that against any calamity.
Yep, so Turbin is in there today. He's not the net miner. He is, I guess you can say, the power play or penalty kill minder.
I believe he's the team minder. He is protecting his boys, and well, opening it up, number 24 is going off the boarding.
Yep, that's going to be Gabriel Silverstein. So Princeton are now going to be playing 5-on-5 hockey without a goalie.
Okay, they're going to give him a cross-check instead. Boarding comes with a 5-minute penalty. They're just going to give him the cross-check and a 2-minute minor. 5-on-5 hockey.
That's the most interesting part of this one. So Princeton will immediately start off with a good penalty kill, as giving a good chase there and forcing Sanders to cover it up is Charles Ross. Ross bolted over there.
Yeah, young man showing off the speed, really able to break through. This is a savior for them. 5-on-5, no goaltender.
Lancers controlling in their own end. They have 1:40 of a power play and no goalie to worry about. They will now work it on up the ice. Here is Schultz. He scored the most recent goal to make it 9-0 Lancers. Dumped on up. Silva. In the back, it's taken over. Princeton will attempt a clearance. It's poked away and will not cross the blue line. Princeton will find the puck. Chipped on up. Stopped on down. And I'll tell you this, Coach, you can really see Princeton's talent here, although they're down 9-0, because we were at the Milburn VGR Kelly game. Hold on 1 second, because here's a shot that slowly enters the net for a Lancers goal. That's Zach Silva. Going back to what I was saying, Coach A, you remember the Milburn game quite well. With the goalie, they lost 10-0, and Princeton is now down 10-0, so they're putting up a strong fight.
Yeah, I mean, the cliches are starting to wear off here.
That is a very good point. You don't like the socks. What do you think of Princeton's socks? Pretty old-fashioned.
That's the classic. That's how hockey socks are supposed to look.
That's kind of like a blue-colored former Pitt Penguins sock, I guess you can say, almost.
Yeah, I think they are take some inspiration from probably the best socks in hockey, which that strongly goes to the Toronto Maple Leafs.
Silva's goal, the most recent and 10th goal to put the Lancers in double digits, was a power play empty netter goal. As this one is chipped into the back of the net for a Lancers goal. I believe that was Alex Selvin. It's 11-0. That is Alex Selvin, so he records his first goal of the season and first of his high school career.
Hey. Any way you can get him, kid.
Any way you can get him, that's right. Selvin getting in the minutes this game. He's gotten a couple minutes, getting in some prime minutes this game, scores the 11th goal for the Lancers. Selvin actually a very talented broadcaster as well. He actually almost worked for D1 Media Pro himself. He was offered the job, but he had to put it aside to work on hockey.
Hey, multi-talented individual, but, you know, it's going to look the same on the score sheet. NJ.com's not going to report that empty net goal.
They aren't?
And they saw the whistle.
This will be picked on up by Selvin. He has a goal. Pushing up, here's an opportunity for Princeton. This shot is saved by Sanders. So, Coach Hay, as you were saying, please elaborate on that. These are not reported as empty netter goals.
They're just, there's no position for it. Just going to say, goal. Your name and a goal. Go out there, have some fun. Again, you only get limited opportunities to put on that uniform. There's only so many times before it is in a keepsake underneath your bed. Just enjoy every last minute that you get to play NJIIHL hockey.
NJIIHL, one of the highest divisions of hockey in the state of New Jersey. Actually, I should say conference, as it really is a conference that alludes to multiple different positions of levels. What would you say is another conference that could compete with the NJIIHL? I would say Gordon.
Well, Gordon is the chalk answer. I mean, Gordon's the best division hockey in the state. Come at me, South Jersey.
I think it would be Gordon. I mean, Gordon does have Princeton Day, so Princeton Day travels quite far to get to those games. But they want to play in Gordon.
An absolutely stacked lineup this week. Our colleague Kevin Connolly is going to be bringing you top tier ice hockey all week long, and we've got this one side.
Connolly, one of the best broadcasters that New Jersey has to offer. I would hope alongside us as well, Coach Hay, as coming up the ice is Tara Soup. He will curve the corner, find help. This shot is a one-time finish by Danny Grossbard for goal number 12.
Hey, and again, you play what's on your schedule. You play the situation you're in with 9 minutes remaining. I was talking about that tomorrow, pardon me, on yesterday on the VOD function of the D1 Media Pro page on the NFL.
The on-demand function, as they would call it, Coach Hay.
Well, my generation would call it the TiVo, actually. But yeah, St. Peter's Prep took on number 12 Princeton Day just yesterday. Kevin Connolly on the call there. And we have some absolute barn burners for you.
Yeah, we have a lot of barn burners coming up for you this week and upcoming games. As you were saying and alluding to, Coach Hay, plenty to come on the D1 Media page on the NFHS Network. West Orange and A.L. Johnson was actually canceled last night, unfortunately, but still plenty to come. Glen Rock, West Essex tomorrow, 12-13. Number 1, Del Barton. Number 6, Seton Hall Prep. That is going to be quite the game coming up for you on the D1 Media page on the NFHS Network. St. Peter's Prep, St. Joseph, 12-14. 12-16, number 2, Christian Brothers versus St. Peter's Prep. 12-17, number 5, Gloucester Catholic. Number 6, Seton Hall. 12-18, West Essex, James Caldwell. Verona, Glen Ridge. So a lot is coming up for you, Coach Hay.
Yeah, you got to follow us at D1D, the number 1 media pro on all social media. Another one.
Finds the back of the net for a Lancers goal, Coach Hay.
9.
That's going to be Ian Chiduri, the freshman, 5'9", 160 forward and defenseman. He can play both.
Hey. 13-0, why not?
Princeton trying to push on some pressure here. That was O'Donnell trying to clamp his way on in, but he will be challenged by Lancers. 13-0 score differential today, Coach Hay. Princeton. Whistle will blow this one dry. Do we have a penalty? Selvin. So Selvin's going to go to the box. So Selvin looks like he will head towards the penalty box. He shares the word with the head official today, and he will enter. Coach Hay, who's in charge of officiating today's game?
I have not gotten the name of the official.
I mean, like the corporation, as you know so much about. As there's two competing hockey, here's a shot that is gloved on down. A good effort there. There are two competing organizations that are in charge of officiating.
That's still the case. I know when I was in high school, it was association and then federation.
Ah, interesting. I believe there is still two. I was alluding to a good story from you about it. You told me a great story in the Milburn game about how there's two organizations. Here come the Lancers up the ice. Here's Schultz. He weaves, he grooves, he tries to find help. His pass is poked on away there. It was intended for Zach Silva. As you were saying.
Yeah, well.
Shot saved by Sanders, and he will just hold on to it with the beautiful glove. He's catching it like a baseball player today.
As I was talking about with Sanders, more importantly, Sanders has really been very savvy about playing the puck, keeping the game rolling, keeping the game moving. Again, every stoppage of play is another time for Princeton High School to put their hands on above their heads, get a breather, maybe a splash of water.
7 minutes left to play here in this one. Looks like we're going to cut this one off after the second period, as this shot almost squeaked on by Sanders. It was a little too high. Here's Vecchio. He ships one down the ice. It is oh so close to the net. It doesn't find it, and it will instead just count as a dump on the power play. But here comes the Lancers. They're going to try and do something shorthanded as this shot goes top shelf. That's Danny Grossbard. A shorthanded goal to add to the list for the Lancers. They lead 14-0, 2 touchdowns to none. It's shorthanded, Coach Hay. At this point, you might as well just hand it off to Russell Wilson. Excuse me, not Russell Wilson. My apologies. That is not a running back's name. You get the memo.
Yeah, hand off to Marshall.
Yeah, exactly,
well,
Marshall.
When beast mode was in his playing days, the correct answer was always hand off.
Yeah. Well, nowadays you can give it to other people as well, as this one is chipping up.
Jonathan Taylor. Wow.
Yeah.
Back that young man is.
Yeah, or you can think of many different running backs in the NFL at the moment. The NFL actually has a big game tomorrow, but I think instead you'll be tuning in to the great game of Glen Rock and West Essex James Caldwell. West Essex JCHS, a combined program that took on Livingston this year that actually, as a matter of fact, lost 3-2. That was one of the games that propelled the Lancers into the top 20 teams in the state of New Jersey, according to NJ.com, our good friends who do a great job with the rankings and way too early predictions, as you'd say, Coach Hay.
Oh, absolutely. I am a yearly subscriber, of course, another one.
Shot finds the back of the net. That's Ryan Zales, 15-0. Now you can add a 2-point conversion to one of those touchdowns.
In the immortal words of DJ Khaled, another one.
Another one. 5:59 left to go on the clock. It's 15-0. As we're right back into this one, getting the chalk dirty again.
Assuming we're going to have 5 minutes left of game time period.
Yeah, likely this will be the last period due to the mercy rule. I think it's well exceeded that. And Princeton will now dump it up the ice.
South Mountain Reservation has so many amenities. We always talk about how beautiful Stephen Ruggiero's facility is at Cody Arena, but also we forget about Safari Mini Golf, the Boathouse Restaurant.
I love the Boathouse, Coach. Hey, you ever get the Sunday buffet?
I can't say I have.
So good. I mean, it's not cheap, but it's so good.
And of course the Turtleback Zoo, just the jewel of the Essex County Parks and Recreation Department. Everyone's favorite peacock. I don't get how he got that deal with everyone else. He's got to be in a cage or something, and he just gets to chill out, hang out.
Oh, shot there, saved by Chen. There's a goalkeeper, Coach Hay.
Hey, you know, he thought he was going to find his way to the score sheet. Here we go.
Easy one for Shalva.
Another one.
Coach Hay, I got to say, save of the day right there. Chen.
Well, I think Sanders might have to contend with you. He's been flashing the leather.
Yeah, you're right.
He's had some pretty tough shots on him. This has not been. This is a game where you put a tendy in net, and I say we are talking. We're singing a different song.
No doubt about it. The Lancers have a 16-0 lead. They've scored more goals this game than they have scored this season. Here comes Princeton up the ice. As you said, Princeton have 4 minutes to try and put a goal on, as this one is poked on away by the D-line. Lancers trying to work another shutout. Sanders getting a shutout to his name, Coach Hay. First start of the season, and he gets a shutout.
We'd love to see it from Coach Conklin. Like I said, we've been saying all afternoon, first goal, first point. That's what you're trying to do here. Try to get some of your younger players out there. get them varsity experience, because there is no doubt about it. These Princeton high school players are varsity level players. They are good. They're just understaffed.
Now, Coach, let's address something at the moment here. You're an undefeated team of 2-1. You tied a very strong team. You won 2 very easy games, and then you lose 16-0 across the state of New Jersey in your farthest game, as this one is going to be finished off by Schultz with the assist from the boards. As I was saying, Coach Hay, that's going to be a tough one. You see 2 wins and a tie in between those 2 wins, and then you just topple that one with a possibly even close to 20-goal loss.
Well, I'm going to suggest this. I think both coaches are probably going to have bag skates next practice. Livingston to snap them out of the malaise, and Princeton, for all the players who did not show up here, if that is indeed the case, was not shared with us pregame.
Yeah.
3 minutes left in the game. 17-0, Princeton behind their net.
And they will now try and work it on up. But Coach, as you were saying, Livingston have a game tomorrow, Sunday, December 12th. They are at Wayne Hills at the Ice Vault, Arena 10 Nevin Road in Wayne, New Jersey. So quite the travel. I don't believe we will be there for that one, as there's 2:40 left to go. But you know what Coach Hay will be here for tomorrow? Big game.
Oh, yeah. Glen Rock, West Essex. West Essex kind of on a slide right now. Dropped our last 2, one to Summit, one to Livingston. And they really want to get right, and there's no bigger way to get right than to take down the reigning and defending. Well, it is Ring of Honor final battle tonight. Let me do it right. The reigning and defending champions.
So, Coach, a fun fact for you. Princeton, actually, 2 years ago, were champions of their county.
Really?
Mercer County champions. They took down the Hun School of Princeton.
That is an impressive program. There's another one. 24. Pardon me, 14. It's goal number 18 on the afternoon.
Yep, so that was a goal scored by Jace Docks, number 14. 18-0.
And I have not, no one has indicated to me yet whether Jewett will be available for tomorrow. Rachel Havlick had a standout performance at Summit, but in the loss, just no goals.
100 seconds left to play a hockey here. Lancers have an 18-0 lead. They have won this game. At the end of the period, the mercy will imply. Here they come up the ice. Here's Mitchell Friedman, and Princeton will take over with the puck. They will move up the ice. Here's a slap shot. Ooh, it almost snuck by Sanders, but he makes the save. The Lancers will try and control. Turning it on over right there was Tarasuk. But the Lancers will control back at the boards, as that was Conklin. 1:05 left to go. Conklin up the ice. Can the Lancers put some more icing on the cake? Here is Captain Vecchio. Weaves on around. He's got one defender to beat. He beats him. His shot finds the back of the net for the 19th Lancers goal. That's vroom, vroom, Vecchio.
Yep, 53 seconds remaining in this one. Lancers may just try to get that even 20.
19-0 is the score.
This is officially the biggest blowout I have ever seen in high school ice hockey.
Well, Coach Hay, I am a second to that comment. 45 seconds left to go. 19-0 Lancers. I thought 10-0 was a big surmountable difference in our Milburn game. Do you remember that one?
Yeah, how can I forget?
35 seconds. This will go down as an early finisher. I thought we'd actually be out of here closer to 6, but we're going to be out of here before 5, well before 5.
Yep, that is, they just dump it in, keep it away. They're trying to give Sanders the clean sheet.
Maybe even add another goal. Twist on around, unable to find it. And the Lancers will shoot from far. This one hits a bunch of bodies. That shot there was by Shalva. And this one is dumped down the ice with 10 seconds left to go. The Lancers D-line will have to clear it on up, and that's exactly what Ryan Zales will do. Swoops on around the back of his net. 2 seconds, 1 second, and we have a completed hockey game, ladies and gentlemen, at a score of 19-0. Didn't think it was possible, but after 2 periods, that is exactly what we saw. A shutout for Justina Sanders. Challenged a little bit in the first period, had an easy second period. And Princeton, on the other hand, they lost this one 19-0.
Yeah, and getting to remain undefeated are the Livingston Lancers. Livingston, again, they got a roadie tomorrow in Hackensack at the Ice Vault. And they will be on D1 Media Pro next.
I believe their next home game will be on the D1 Media Pro page on the NFHS Network here at Cody Arena, Coach Hay. I believe that could be next Friday.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Coach Hay. He's Ryan Lowy. Join myself tomorrow for West Essex Knights hockey when they take on the defending champions, Glen Rock. Besides that, all that's left is the traffic, folks.
And have a good rest of your evening, ladies and gentlemen, on this Saturday night. But as for matinee hockey, Lancers 19, Princeton get their first loss of the season. They have nothing. Have a good night, and we'll see you tomorrow for some Smash Mouth McKinnis hockey.
He's going to take it himself for a championship. A double play wins it from Frazier.
Turn it to the end zone. What a catch.